Publish YouTube broadcast 30%. Update settings for YouTube. Start video transmission 60%. Publish YouTube broadcast 100%. There we go. All right, let's make sure we're getting out the other side there. And a very good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday night to you and to me. I know tonight's the penultimate night of the Democrat National Convention. Frito Bandito, first in the gate tonight. How are you doing, Frito Bandito? Hello, Lisa. Thank you for your very sweet messages over the last day or so. Much appreciated, honey. I hope that your evening is going well. Just a NorCal dude. How you doing tonight? Welcome into the chat. Finally cooled off a little bit here today. We'll tear into what's coming up and what today was all about. Hello, Bill Ellis. How are you? Nice to see you tonight. Happy Thursday to you. Felt a little cowgirl tonight. It's not my going to 7-Eleven outfit, that's for sure, but it's a little on the warm side tonight, but it did cool off a little bit here today. So I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you also those of you who took time to see the making of the Italian sauce today. That's probably maybe the fourth time I've done that on YouTube over the years. Hello, Sherry. Now remember, I harvested a lot of stay home with a hose in hand. How you doing, Sassy? I'm doing good, NorCal dude. Let's see if I can raise my shrimpy shelf up a little bit. It's probably the fourth time I've done that. I could have made more if I harvested more of the, but I give a lot of stuff away here from the rancho. But I did have enough to about 10 pounds to make some sauce today. Hello, Crazy Daisy. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you this evening. I hope that you are well. Yeah, I got a little bit of sweat on me tonight. It is humid. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. Thank you. You do a girl good. I'll tell you, I'm a little sweaty, but otherwise I'm doing okay today. There's Lisa. Thank you, honey. $10 from Lisa. Love you, Rosie. Love you too, honey. I really appreciate everyone. And I'll get into that in a couple minutes. And Lisa, you're one that's, sent a lot of messages, a lot of comments. And what do you cook with it? I had some people, Sassy, you might have been one that suggested I do something in Kitchen Stadium with that tomorrow night. That is a possibility. I know I was originally going to make tacos, but it might be nice to use some of that red sauce up and get some little chicken medallions and do like a chicken cacciatore or something like that over noodles. I think that would be super tasty to do something like that. If you have any other suggestions, things like spaghetti are just too simple and too fast to make in that regard for Kitchen Stadium. But I had originally yeah, you did. I know you did, Sassy Girl. I think I definitely remember your comments on there, but it's really a toss-up at this point. I was going to make homemade corn tortillas and quesadillas. I think that they're not quesadillas, but the hell was I going to make? Quesadillas are the things with cheese, right? Not, you would think I would know all this time. Not quesadillas, but I can't remember what it is when you have like a Mexican stir fry and you load your taco with it with onion and green peppers. No, you're not, Cindy, honey. How could I ever block you, gal? Nice to see you. I hope you're keeping your cool down there in the great state of Arizona in the greater Phoenix area. I hope that you are Doing okay, and the things are calming down a little bit. Not enchiladas. It's the thing where you put beef and onion, green peppers on the grill, and some of the really thin flank steak, and you make you fry that up, and then you load that into your taco, and you might put some cilantro on it. Fajitas. Thank you, Crazy Daisy. Yes, fajitas. That's what I'm thinking about. Fajitas. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some nice fajitas tomorrow. So it's a question of whether to make fajitas or whether to use some of this red sauce that I made today. Yeah, fajitas. Thank you. Don't know why I can't remember that. I don't know. As long as I've lived in a Mexican neighborhood here, you think that that would just roll right off. But that's not something I normally order, though, when I go into a Mexican restaurant. Hello, Fernando. It's horrible here. Oh, wow. You might relocate? Cindy, if you were going to relocate, where would you go, girl? Would you make a beeline for the rancho? you'd, you'd have to dodge the wall of flames. I think coming in, we're it's almost like being in a video game here, where you have to maneuver your troops between the walls of flame on each side of us here. So the air quality is horrendous today. You could hardly see the sky. We had one of those really blood red sunsets tonight because of all the smoke in the air. North Carolina. Yeah, there's Cindy. I might never let you go, honey. I hope you and your friends are okay. Yeah, I wanted to. I got over 50 people in here now. It's an opportune time to say thank you. A lot of people reached out to me over the last 12 hours, 16 hours with thoughts and wishes. Honestly, when I wake up in the morning, I don't know whether I'm going to be waking up to an evacuation signal on my phone or things will be cleared off. I really have no idea. SoCal does have some fires down there. Try so hard to, yeah, I know, Bella Grace. I know you have, honey. How you doing, Tammy? Nice to see you, honey. Sorry I missed your shindig yesterday. It was in and out of the house and trying to make sure I had all my stuff in order. I hope you did well on your sale there. So I want to thank the people that did that. As you know, Janet and the boss are more in the immediate line of fire, as is Joey D around Travis Air Force Base. Hello, Rhonda. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will. I will, Tammy. I'm sleeping with one eye open. Didn't sleep too much last night. And I woke up this morning and had that awful sky. I'm so used to seeing it. All the fires that we've had here. I'm so used to seeing that sun, that really weak sunshine that shines through the smoke. The smoke. It's this really sickening yellow color, and then it was fireball red tonight at sunset. I got all the important papers I need. I've been through this before. Everything I need. Now it's still about 14 miles away. So that's a pretty good buffer between us and them. Thank you. Making money for exercise bands for my seniors. Good for you, honey. Well, I'm going to send you something at the end of the month, and feel free to apply that to your own enjoyment or for the seniors there. Hello, BB and John. So I appreciate that, Bella Grace. And Bella Grace says you're welcome in my home. I've had a lot of people offer that. Yeah, Missy Jen did a video yesterday. One of her real tractor that she was doing a video yesterday. It was really nice to see her. Super nice to see her back in the saddle again, doing what she loves to do. And anything to do with farm implements, farming, stuff like that. She loves that. Stay strong and straight. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. Uh, we're in pretty good shape here. You just got to keep an eye on the wind. Don't really know which direction the wind is going to shift as the fires go on, because they really create their own. They create their own wind as they move along, and the fire moves as rapidly at 3 a.m. in the morning as it does at 3 p.m. In the afternoon. Yeah, how are you doing, Bella? I think that's the more important question. How are you doing? Just enjoying my coffee. Busy day. No, I love. I'm definitely going to do that. Tammy, you know, I like to do something for my mods the months that I can, and I certainly can this month. And I like the way you're so giving towards all of those seniors and the projects that you do for them for Christmas time. But it's your, you know, it's something that you know, you're going to get anyway as one of my moderators. So you apply it as you wish to. That's my thanks for you for being on and being such a wonderful friend of mine. I think it's probably been a year, Tammy, that you've been a moderator on the channel. Oh, you're sweet. Bella Gray says, Rosie, material things are not worth your life. You better believe it. You better believe it. I can tell you guys honestly, this is the fourth time I've been through this crap since 18, yeah, 17, 18, 17, 18, 19, and 20. This is the fourth year. I have reduced, although you see behind me my vintage audio stuff, my prides and joy on the wall there. There's only really about 8 units that I would grab and take with me. I would be mournful of the rest of them. But basically, that's my whole life. That's it. Some very old test equipment in the workshop. Um, Other than that, I'm a real minimalist. I'm not an acquirer of things. Grab the camera gear. Grab the important papers that have to do with the rancho. All the invoices from all the work that was done for materials to adjust the cost basis of the place, and checkbook, credit cards, passport, birth certificate, all of my stuff from growing up. Um, that defines my life. I'm not so attached to the rancho that I'm going to be one of those people out there with a hose, spraying it around and passing out because of a lack of oxygen in a oxygen deprived windstorm that's going on. And no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say I would be happy to take an insurance check, but it's not going to define my life going forward. So I'm not really an acquirer of things. You saw today when I was doing my sauce, red sauce, I had my $1 thrift store food processor. Go on. Let's see. Lisa says, my son Max graduated from Air Force Base. Thank you all. Oh, that's great, Lisa. Awesome. I'm baking tomorrow night. I'm probably going to do cherry or blueberry. I still have all of these fruits that came from Costco, these frozen fruits. So I think I want to do that. I've got the bug out bag. We have the city of Santa Rosa. They put out a notification tonight just to remind people. They've divided the city into grids, actually zones. They're yellow, green, blue, red. And depending on your zone, they call that zone if it's time for you to leave. But we still have a very good distance between us and what's going on to our northwest and to our east. We're kind of in a bit of a pincher here in the middle, but I am down in the valley, right in the heart of the city, and we have quite a few vineyards and things on the outside that have been proven to make very great fire breaks here. Get the knee brace. Exactly. Karen, how you doing, sweetie pie? Hope you're doing well over in the UK. I did get a 40-inch LED TV. Yeah, there you go, Prince. My friends already told me they won't they won't come over and watch the Super Bowl on my TV anymore. I thought it was a big TV, right? I mean, it's bigger than I am, right? And they're like, okay, just so you know, that was the last year we're watching the Super Bowl on the what the hell is it? The 40-inch screen or whatever. It's like, what the hell? The Conrad, I couldn't think of anything I would grab your passport, your important papers, photographs, credit cards, things like that. I'm so used to this drill, I can be loaded and ready to go inside of about 15 minutes. So, ready to go. Yeah, congratulations. You made black and blue jam today. Blackberry and blueberry. That's a nice combination. Good. Good. Can you imagine that? That nice TV? That nice. I don't know if it's 4K. I only watch TV once a year anyway on Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm not going to take time. I'll watch some of the recap of Biden's speech tomorrow, but it's not top of mind. I'd rather be online and learn about cinematography, study people like Orson Welles and some of the greatest directors, Martin Scorsese, and sort of dig into their heads a little bit. And that I want to always be learning something. I find my entertainment in learning and finding out what makes people tick. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate. I never turned my TV on. 7 years ago, when YouTube was still a small thing, 7.5 years ago, yeah, once in a while I would turn on American movie classics or Turner movie classics. But as YouTube evolved and it grew as a platform, I, like many other people, just cut the cord to HBO and Showtime, and I just have very basic service here. So I don't really need that. I don't need it. I mean, with YouTube, I have everything I need at my fingertips. It's so cool. Today I was watching Bruce Lee's 1965 screen test for the Green Hornet when he was Kato on the Green Hornet. Can you believe it? I thought the guy was born and raised in Hong Kong. Hell, I lived there for 5 years over in Asia. He was born in San Francisco. He went to University of Washington, studied philosophy like me. I mean, that's what I love about stuff. It just you have the ability to find out cool stuff. When can we expect your arrival, honey? Get those sheets in the laundry, honey. Those sheets in the laundry. When cable went over 100, it wasn't for me. Yeah, that's the way I am, Roy. I don't even have local channels. If you wait till 8 p.m. at night, then the 6 p.m. news is played on YouTube. Okay. I do have a subscription to the New York Times every day because I still believe that although they might be biased in political coverage, they still have the last great newspaper with a tremendous scope of reporters worldwide. So, hey, Mari, how are you? Oh, man. Hey, Tanya. Tammy, that's terrible. I had a wasp attack me and got stung 4 times today. Hurts like hell. That's some painful stuff. From somebody that got nailed by the bees a couple weeks ago or a week and a half ago. I can tell you. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated, guys. If we can get those thumbs up going, that'd be wonderful tonight. They're going down tonight. They're painful, and then mine turned into very itchy. And then I discovered I still had a little stinger that was embedded underneath. I had to take a safety pin and sterilize it, and then go digging to get that out. That was fun. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Good to see you, honey. I'm wearing your favorite. It's about the only thing that's clean. my My Polaroid shirt today, after that sauce and all those tomatoes, you could see the crap hanging on me in wearing that shirt. As the process went on, you could see I had more and more goo on me. My favorite Polaroid shirt, till I had more seeds than a tomato hanging on me. Made me think of you when I got stung. Yeah, it was. When you haven't been stung for a lot of years, it's a really, you're almost in disbelief. Like when I went to pull that nasty old rug from the man who shall not be named's van build, and I went to pull that thing out, and I'm walking away, and all of a sudden I see bees start buzzing around me. I look behind me, and the air is just filled with bees, and the next thing I know, they're on my back. One hit me right in the middle of my backbone, right on the bone right there, and ran inside. I had bee stings on my legs and my arms. It was terrible. Uh, yeah, I just think about the beautiful, if they're planting their son, I know how blessed I am. I will snap out of it soon. That was a tough thing. That was a family living a good story. Yeah, and I've been subscribed to them for 3 years. And we always assume on YouTube, I mean, imagine one morning I just don't do any, I don't show up for work, don't punch the clock, right? You're going to think something really, really bad happened. Well, we think that way about people we follow on YouTube. That the way it is always the way it's going to be. You don't know if somebody will get in a car wreck, somebody's family member takes their life, and it just upsets the whole apple carts. That was a real mind fukk for me when I woke up. When I woke up yesterday morning. Yeah, I got stung, Tanya, because right where that nasty old rug from the van was, the bees had built the yellow jackets had built a big nest uh, in that area underneath of the shine shack. They always build their nests in like holes where rats or other things were living, and I didn't even know it. Well, I found out that morning. Found out that morning. That was something. Last week there was a bee on the bus. I ran the other end of my thumb. It was funny till he got stung. Hey, Elle, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Watching puppy videos. Yay. Hey, Noreen. Hey, Steve. How are you? But it's the way of YouTube. Things go on. Family stuff happens. We wish we could have a do-over. I mean, they were saying things, that family, that I was saying myself, that gosh, I wish, they're like, if we could only go back in time, and if I just had 30 more seconds with my son. It's a terrible feeling. Uh, you just say you were peeling onion, yeah, yeah. Lisa's a sweetheart. Last week there was a bee, yeah, the bee on the bus. Doing good. Almost Friday. Yeah, puppy videos. Yay, they're like pouring oil on like pouring oil on rough seas, right? Calms it down a little bit, right? Now I'm gonna watch a puppy video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, Kimmy, take care, sweetie. Hey, hematite. Good evening to you. Nice to see you, hematite. So you just never know on YouTube what is coming down your way. Not been feeling any onions, and that's kind of scary. I've never really been one that cries when I peel onions. I guess that's pretty weird. Pretty weird. But now that we got almost 100 people in here, I do want to thank once again those. I know Lisa reached out several times on here, and quite a few of you reached out here, and trust me, I'm keeping an eye on events. I'm not going to be a stupid person that goes down with the ship. We've already had 2 people that have lost their lives in this fire. One poor guy from the utility company was up there trying to clear the road so that the fire crews can get in, and he suffocated. The oxygen was just sucked out of the air around him, and he just died found him dead in his truck. And then I don't know what the other person crashed or something up there. Thank you, Hematite. Thank you very much. Yeah, Bella Grace, I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Joey D. Noreen says, your tomato sauce looked really good, Rosie. Thank you, Noreen. And Joey D, he's had the tomato. I gave him a jar to take home, and he came up for a dinner, and we had that. So, yeah, he said, his I don't know, he's half Italian or something like that. He said it definitely passed the test. I love my house, but I'm scared of fire more. Well, that's the way I am. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? If I could change one thing in my life, what would it be? That's a really good question. Let me think about that a little bit. One thing I wish I had, well, I don't know, then I would have missed out on a lot of things if I transitioned earlier. I would have missed a lot of things in life, so I really can't say that. Um, I could say I wish I was living in San Diego. If I could change one thing right now, I'd probably be living down there. But that's a very interesting question. That really is there. I can say there's not a lot of things would change about my life because I've had such a wildly varied life, and family, and being trans, and living overseas in China for many years. There's been so many experiences that have come together that I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what I would change in my life, but that's a really good question. I had a great relationship with my mom. Even my dad called me. Going to be 91 in September, sharp as can be, working on another girlfriend. Okay, he's already buried 2 wives. I don't know if I'm going to have to go to a third wedding or whatever. But he even called me today to make sure I was doing okay out here in California. Not bad. Not bad for somebody that's in assisted living. And, so I've always been very lucky. I remember the day I told my dad that I'm trans, and you never know what the reaction's going to be. And he just put his arms around me. He said, "I don't care what you are. We've always had a great relationship. We'll always have a great relationship. Carry on." I thought that was really cool. Thank you, Joey D. I am blessed. It is hard to breathe the air. I wore the mask a lot of the day until I was cooking today. Yeah, fires are never ending. They're a year and year and year. Um, I don't know what it is. Uh, I've had some thoughts about just getting the hell out of here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm sorry, I missed, Mari, I missed what you said. Let me scroll up. I hate to miss what people say. Oh, Mary, you're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I was so happy my dad called me today. He can't really do too much except play a little bocce ball and watch the news, and he must have seen yeah, I love my dad to pieces. He's wonderful. My mom's been long gone 20 years, but I think my mom would have probably slapped the hell out of me. She was like she was like 4 feet 10 inches tall. Not many people I look down on in life, but she would have slapped the living hell out of me, and then given me a big hug. Hey, Kiwana, how you doing? What causes these fires? Do you know? Hi, Vicky. How you doing, sweetie? Number one, I never learned this until I got to California. California's climate is unlike any other place in the United States. You live in Baltimore, you get rain year round, or you get some snow. Summertime, heat comes up, Chesapeake Bay, like a big bathtub out there, sweating our asses off in Baltimore. Afternoon thunderstorm comes through, it's nice for an hour, then the humidity starts to rise again. Out here, from April 1st until December 1st. That's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. What is that? 8 months? No rain. No rain. Okay? You can imagine when the rainy season's done and all the grasses bloom and pollen and crap, and then things dry up by about July. And by August, September, they're like kindling. All right? No rain. That's why it was so freaky to have that storm over the weekend. It had 10,000 lightning strikes in 72 hours. 10,000. And it was starting fires. There's something like, I don't know, there's over 100 fires in California right now. When that lightning hits that dry ground, there's no rain. It was just an electrical thing. That lightning hits that ground, fire just erupts like crazy, and the wind picks it up. Glad you're pondering the thought of moving. Rosie, Dad calling today made me a so-so day, the best day of your life. Yeah, it was great. Consider further, then go. Yes, I have a lot of siblings. Yep. How you doing, sweet pineapple? Mediterranean climate, 330 days. If sun is good for veggies, bad for fire. So it's one big tinderbox. And the risk rises. In October, you get the winds come through, the Diablo winds. They knock down power lines spark fire comes over the hills, and it gets huge. So that's what causes all the fires. There's no rain going to come and save anything. Give anything for a call. Oh, I'll bet. Yeah. How you doing, Enrique? I want to see my dad, but they continue to be in lockdown, the assisted living facilities. Baltimore is reemerging as a hot spot. So when possible, I would like to see my dad take a week off, re-upload some old videos, make the trip cross country, spend some time with my dad, and then tour back and do a lot of stops. So time for a beer. I'm just finishing my coffee. Bella Gray says, I remember my dad's voice and smile. He was gorgeous. I remember my mom. I can still hear her laugh. And for the first time in 20 years, she died on Good Friday in 2000. Last month, for the first time in 20 years, she came to me in a dream. She was babbling like she always did, so I wasn't quite sure what she was saying. And it's like I tried to talk and nothing came out, and she's just like business as usual later. Oh, your daddy looked just like Michael Landon. That's cool. Did I get along with my siblings? Being a middle child, I was a peacemaker. Middle children don't really know where they fit in a family, right? The older kids are like the pride and joy. The babies are us, the baby's family, right? And you're in the middle. You're like, hello, remember me? So middle children tend to be more expressive, more exuberant, more like class clowns, more attention seeking in their behavior, because it's hard for them to really, and they tend also to be peacemakers, and they value peace. They don't like conflict at all. Oh yeah, that's the way my dad is. Love the ladies. Love the ladies. Uh, how you doing, Denise? Nice to see you. If I missed anybody coming in, Craig, great to see you. Thank you for your always a great commenter on the videos. You're the oldest child in the family. Um, I was a middle child, one of triplets. So, wow. Okay, so you really felt invisible. Wow, Lisa, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you got to find your niche. And I was always a big mouth. Whenever they had the parent-teacher conferences at elementary school, junior high, I tell my parents, okay, it's teacher conference time. And my mother just be, oh, God. She, she's like, God. And my brother, older than me, was such an outstanding student, you know, and the teachers, the next year I'd get the same teacher, they'd be like, your brother was such a fine student. Like, what happened to you? Life happened, baby. Yeah, middle child syndrome. There you go, Pamela. Good to see you, Agnes. Um, so I got plenty of attention. I think my low point was in junior high school. My mother knew I cut school, and she would drop me off sometimes. As soon as she dropped me off, I would go to the pharmacy. I would pick up a pack of smokes and just walk in the back alley and just start wandering, meet my friends, and we'd just be dicking off. And then one day, it's like I turned down the alley, and there she is coming, coming up in the VW bug, grabbed my ear, hauled me all the way into my classroom. Boy, was that embarrassing. Mediterranean climate, I've never been there, but I know North Africa is one big desert. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Karl. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend. Seemed like your allergies and thought about getting an air purifier. It's only June, May. My allergies are May 25th to June 15th, right, for the spring. And then the summer ones come in like the second week of August till the first week of September. And then so for 3 weeks, I think I'm okay. Oh, you were an only child and wish I had a brother or sister. We grew up, all my, Catholic family. My best friends, one of them was one of 13 children and the other was one of 14 children. One of them, the oldest child was in law school at Yale University, and the youngest one had just been born. What a mess. Then another time, if you ever saw the movie Diner, when you saw the scene in Diner with Kevin Bacon, and he's in that manger out front of that church, and Diner was set in Baltimore. And he's like drunk and laying in the manger scene in the nativity scene. I was junior high school. We used to crawl on the roof of that church and take loose leaf binder paper, and I would grab my father's pipe tobacco and put it in there and roll it up and smoke that till the deacon or whatever you call him in the Episcopal Church or whatever came up the ladder one day, and I almost jumped off the side of the church. I wouldn't do that, son. If I were you, it's a long way down there. You got me. Kojak. How you doing, Icy? Good to see you. You like the Lavoie air purifiers. How you doing, Laura? Good to see you, Laura. Right in the chat. Now I need to just throw up watching Joe. Man, we're not going to get into politics tonight. I'm going to watch the replay of his speech tomorrow. We'll see what goes on with that. I have a younger sister, 11 years, brother, 21, two adopted sisters. Oh, wow, okay. So you got a real spread there. So let's just say The middle child got plenty of attention. My mother get home from those teacher conferences. I'd be pretending I'm in bed sleeping. Get up, get up, come downstairs. Your father and I want to talk to you. Oh, geez. Wow. Boy, did we get an earful tonight. You can't stay in your seat. You're always running around the classroom. You're trying to talk to girls in 5th grade. What's the story? What the hell are you doing? I'm living life. How you doing, William? I'm living life. That's what I'm doing. Can you dig it, Pop? So that's what middle kids do, but they're great peacemakers too. They really are. Because I'd be the ones that would try to mediate fights in the family and things like that. I'm on fire, Twink. Yeah, my mother was. She really had her hands full. I'll tell you that. But isn't it funny? Somebody saying they could still hear their father's voice, and yeah, I can still hear my mother's laugh. She had like a cackle like I have, right? Pretty wild. But she didn't believe in touchy-feely. Well, let me correct that. She didn't believe in, how do I put this? She didn't believe in big psychological methods of parenting. She was all about, wait till your father gets home. It's going to be the belt. Yeah, the day for the rack, I was swimming in tomato sauce today. Did you see all the seeds hanging on me? Yeah, Zeus, my poor mother. So I had to throw all that crap in the washing machine tonight. But that's a good question. If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be? That's a really excellent question. I think it's something we would all ask ourselves. There's probably decisions that we would make that would probably be different. But I've also learned no matter if you make a bad decision, there are routes back to correct it. And that's what I like. Sometimes they're painful, but you can make things good again, I think. Sweet pineapple, I used to get in trouble for chewing gum. I still chew gum, and I'm a law-abiding citizen. Imagine that. Don't go to Singapore, honey. They'll cane you if you don't properly dispose of that chewing gum. Then again, you might like that sweet pineapple. Turn your rump to the switch. All I remember my sisters is furniture moving fights. It was awful. Yeah, a lot of good things. Well, a few things. I mean, there's minor things that you would always change, but major. I can't think of anything real. I often wonder if I'd gone into the FBI instead of going on to Hong Kong, how different my life might have been. I might have been led away in handcuffs as head of the FBI, right? Hey Judy, how are you, sweetie? Welcome aboard. Nice. We're just having a little bit of chat tonight. If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be? I think that's a great question tonight. You got your butt kicked on a daily basis? Yeah. But it makes you tough. It makes you tough. I think not being born with a silver spoon in your mouth is one of the greatest advantages that you can have in life. I know that's going to sound like a weird thing, but number one, you know what it takes to earn something, and number two, you value it a lot more. And they're two very important things. And there's always the satisfaction of making your own way in the world that nobody can ever look back and had you had life handed to you on a silver platter. And it makes you, I think it makes you a more well-rounded person. It makes you more able to roll with the punches and things. Craig says, my most embarrassing moment was when we were in church and cutting up and fooling around. The priest stopped the whole mass to reprimand. Wow. Yeah, I served as an altar boy in the little weekly, uh, the hymnal books. Altar boys would write and doodle things that other altar boys would read at the other masses and things, and it was some pretty tough stuff. And one day a priest came over. We're all giggling over there, and he's like, "Talk to me after mass, and make sure to bring that book with you." Oh my God! Did you do that? No, we were just reading it. You did that. I know you did. I know you did. You're always a troublemaker, right? Last week you're last week you're nipping the altar wine, and then you're laying on the bells too long when they're raising the host. We used to have a contest to see who could dare to ring the bells the longest. It's like do this in memory of me, right? And you ring the bells. You're supposed to just tinkle them a little bit. And, God, there was one guy that went for 40 seconds. God forgive me. What do you expect with boys? I mean, we don't know from nothing, right? We were out at 18. My kids have been coddled too much, meant well, but hey, sweet pineapple. Yeah, there you go. Judy says I spent too many years trying to please everybody. Sweet pineapple. Let me tell you, that's a natural reaction, right? You're raised tough. You're thinking, well, I could make my kids' lives more comfortable than I was growing up. So, the cut up. Hope you're having an awesome evening. How you doing? I'm feeling good, Danny. Feeling good. Any day that I do something, and having YouTube is a great motivator, because you think to yourself, I want to put something up on YouTube. You're walking around, what do I want to do? Oh, I see the tomatoes out there. It's time for the time to put up a video up making the red sauce, and that's a video that people will enjoy. It'll get thousands and thousands of views over the years. So you're creating something nice. That gives me a really good reinforcement in it. YouTube's a great motivator in my life to move forward and things. That's what I love about it. Hey, how you doing, Missy? Hi, Scottish. Does that make sense to you guys? That YouTube can be a motivator? Like when things are real sloppy around here and somebody will send me a text message, Rosie, go back and watch your video from the 1 hour and 12-minute mark. Is that a G string like hanging on the vintage audio thing back there? Is that your panties back there? It's time to clean up. Time to clean up. Taught me to take up for myself or take off, but I'm nice, but I have another side also. Yeah. Hey, Teeny. Been out catching raindrops. First rain since March. Oh, thank you, Zeus. I appreciate it. Oh, when that camera went over today, I'm like, do I edit this thing out? Just redo the scene? I'm like, nah. That's what makes Rosie Rosie. I'm fumbling and the whole camera goes upside down. And I can imagine people at home, oh, God, Rosie, call your shots. I'm always happy when oh, thank you, Pineapple, you're sweet. Place looks nice. Lisa, I'm working really hard. It's one of the things I most regret with Missy Jen, that I could not ever achieve her level of neatness. I could have. I'm not saying I threw stuff all over the place, but Missy Jen always had a very, very high standard of neatness. Everything that she always did was with German precision. All of her tractors were lined up. All of her underwear was neatly folded. All of her dresses were meticulously cared for and everything. And I'm like Oscar Madison. Do 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 do. Coming in chewing on a sandwich. Yeah, how you doing? But who would you rather drink a beer with, right? You're sweet, Lisa. We haven't done anything, honey. You did it for yourself. Hello, Nurse Hillary. Nice to see you. Welcome to the chat. You know, Zeus Phillips. Uh, Glenda made a really nice video today of that stir fry. I really enjoyed that. I left a comment on that. I love people that are doing cooking things on YouTube. That's so much fun to check in on them. Same here. So yeah, I always wish I was a little neater. But Missy Jen loved me. She still loves me for who I am. Yeah, that's a German way with all of that precision. Well, honey, it's the American way. I used to hum do 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 do, and she's like, "Why do you always hum that stupid tune?" I'm like, "Haven't you heard of the Odd Couple?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Never mind." Yeah, yeah, it looked wonderful. It was a great dish. She did a good job. So yeah, good stuff today. So I enjoyed that. Enjoyed doing enjoyed putting up things. I thought I'd get a little more, but almost 3 quarts was enough today of prepping that. I'm doing a cookout. Typically, the Rancho Kitchen Stadiums are Saturday evening. Depends what the conditions are like outside. The air quality is just horrendous right now. I've tried to stay in for the most part today. The sun in the sky at 4 p.m. today was like a red fireball. It was so weird looking. Hard to wallow. So yeah, it's hard to wallow in self-pity when you're laughing your ass off. Oh, thank you, cute kitty kitty. Thank you, sweetie. I'm glad you enjoyed the tomatoes video, warts and all on that today. It turned out good. I love a good red sauce, and I hate to waste things. I hate to waste things I've grown. Went out and looked at those pumpkins today. Man, they're so nice. Loving that. Loving that. It is. It's just, you know, uh, I was telling some people that I just feel like throwing a towel. And then this between earthquakes, floods that come through periodically, not in this particular area, but in the county. It's either the Russian River, whose houses are sliding into the river, or Sebastopol's underwater, or earthquakes, fires. It really is. It really is the most dangerous place, seismically, geographically, probably to live in the United States here. Right on the San Andreas fault and all that. So, oh, thank you, Kitty. Um, yeah, so I was going to make Saturday night, I was going to make fajitas, which means I would roll out my own tortillas, corn tortillas, get some casa de maza, some of the milled flour, the Mexican milled flour, get some nice flank steak, some peppers, some onions, some salsa, make up some Spanish rice, and get some refried beans and have like a Mexican fiesta. That's what I'm thinking about doing Saturday. But then I had some people suggest, because I made this red sauce up today, that maybe do something with the red sauce. So maybe like a chicken cacciatore with the medallions, and cut up some peppers and onions and some red peppers and the onions, and put that over a little bit of linguine, something like that. Pumpkin pie. Yep. Hey. Yep. Pumpkin pie. How you doing, Chef? Good to see you. I'm seeing what you do with the red sauce. Yeah, a lot of people um, looking forward to see what I do with the red sauce. And I think that's a nice challenging. Or I might do the Italian sausage with the red sauce over linguine or something like that. Yeah, Colorado fires are bad. What's going on, Chef? You ought to see the windshield of my car. I had to put the windshield wipers on. It looked like it had snowed about a half an inch on that. It's crazy. Being crazy. Token, it's probably because you looked in the mirror. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Maybe get some little chicken medallions and cook that up and reduce that a little bit with some of the red red wine vinegar and some of the red sauce and serve that up over some linguine. I think that could be really good. Rosie, when you get the chance, I've had sweet potato casserole a lot. Is that the one you put the marshmallows on top of it? Hi, Peachy Pie. Love this spaghetti sauce. Easy to make. Yeah, it is. Easy to make. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you. Tim S., my Las Vegas pal. Good to see you. So, yeah, I think we'll use the red sauce on the weekend. I think we'll throw that in. Bobby will come in. I'll have enough leftovers that it'll make a good meal on Sunday. Tomorrow night, I'll probably take some of the cherries I have and make a cherry pie tomorrow night. Oh, not like this one, no marshmallows. Okay, you do what you want. It's all, oh, thank you, Sassy. It's always fun. I see Chef in here. Can you imagine Chef in Kitchen Stadium? I'd have to say, Chef, we got to tone it down from about an 8 to a 4. Rosie, what'd you do with them? Another beer, Rosie. Get some of that. You got some of that bourbon in the house there. Why don't you grab that old bourbon and bring it out? Why don't you be why don't you be a sous chef today and help Chef out here? Brown sugar and pecan topping. That sounds amazing. Amazing. Brown sugar and pecan. What a great combo with sweet potato. Why doesn't somebody make a sweet potato ice cream, right, with pecans and brown sugar in it? Wouldn't that be amazing? Has anybody ever done sweet potato ice cream? I really like the yams. I think they're the real orange ones. Have to make it at Thanksgiving. They would be mad if he didn't. Yeah, Chef does it. Okay, Karen, take care, sweetie. Oh, thank you, sweet pineapple. I do okay in the kitchen. I give myself a C plus, B minus, except when I'm knocking the camera over. And accidentally, Bob Chef trying to take some peach hole. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. Missy translate topping is butter, brown sugar, pecans, and vanilla. Sweet potato pie with whiskey. It's the bomb. I'd accidentally bopped Chef trying to take out some peach hole. When I first started the biz, I worked at the Doubletree Bank. Probably made 100. Rosa, don't ever mention that chicken cacciatore. I don't ever want to see that shit in your rancho. Okay, don't even bother plating that up for me. I'll just call down to what's your local pizza place down here? Trying to take out some a-hole. Yeah. Chef is definitely one of a kind. Highly entertaining. Highly entertaining. Love that. Sweet potato sulfate. Not sure. Sulfate? Souffle? I don't know. I don't think I've ever made a souffle. Sulfate? Sweet potato sulfate? I'm going to sound like something from a chemistry set. But wouldn't it be cool to have a sweet potato ice cream with pecans and brown sugar? I'll bet that would be the their chefs like Rosie, I like you. You're a good friend, but where that whiskey? Can't you get that bourbon in there? What are you saving that for? You good friends, huh? You know you got a chef here in the house on the stove tonight. The hell are you doing? Sweet potato casserole. Yeah, that's the one I had growing up that they would put marshmallows and then put it in the broiler a bit, which was pretty good. But you have sweet potatoes that are kind of yellow, and then you got the ones that are orange, like the yams. See, I'm even more southern. I like those yams. I like those real orange ones. I like that. I think one's a sweet potato and one is a yam. Put the recipe in the comments, or you will not be sorry. Okay? Yeah, candied sweet potatoes. That's what we always had. Vanilla rain candied sweet potatoes growing up. Yep. And we'd have sauerkraut too. Call Bluebell with your idea. You have to use the ones that are orange. Exactly. They're like a yam. Isn't that a yam? Is that somebody tell me what the hell's the difference between sweet potatoes are like yellow, right? They're like a golden color, and yams are like really orange. Isn't that the difference? So I would get the wrong one time for Jen, and she's like, I like the real orange ones. Yeah, gonna call Bluebell. I got next ice cream for you. Damn. O'Kelly, sweet potato. Same thing, aren't they? I don't think so, Missy. One is like a really deep orange, and the other is like a yellowish color. Isn't that true? I think the yams are sweeter. They're just I like the color of them more, and they got good flavor to them. I think. And they're real good. You throw some brown sugar on top of those bad boys with a little bit of salt. Throw a few raisins in there and top that off with a little bit of maple syrup. Woo! Man, you got some eating there. You got some eating right there. Well, I'm thinking about being on the road tomorrow. Um, yeah, the purple sweet potato. I'm not sure though. There's not a lot of directions I can go, but I would like to try to do something tomorrow if the air quality is decent. Take it to a gathering. You'll be made to bring it every time. It's the one thing my mother made great was potatoes, mashed potatoes, peerless, and potato salad, peerless. Good stuff. Okay, in our grocery store, the orange are labeled sweet potatoes. See, out here they call them yams. So I'd look carefully. I only made a mistake one time when I bought them for Missy Jen. So I'm not sure what I'm want to get out of the house and do something tomorrow. I do got to go shopping tomorrow and pick up stuff. So I think I'll get some chicken medallions and I'll get some linguine and we'll take the red sauce and we'll dude up a nice chicken cacciatore. I think that would be good for Kitchen Stadium. We'll cook up those medallions a little bit and get the water on the bowl. Yeah, it does sound like it's a winner there, Lisa. Bet you're a good cook. It's probably Wisconsin, probably a regional thing. You may not get yams up there. I don't know. How many people would step on their mother's back to get to that sweet potato? Hope the redwoods in Guerneville are going to be okay. It's hard. I don't know how to put this so it makes sense. You cannot fight the fire at nighttime. I mean, you have boots on the ground with firefighters. but you cannot fight it from the air at night. It's too dangerous. Um, as long as the wind's blowing, the fire's advancing. Okay. Sometimes it creeps ahead. Sometimes it's moving the length of a football field in 3 or 4 minutes. So, you know, I don't know. I had to get used to the fact that these fire events unfold over days and sometimes a week and 10 days. They're long, they're drawn out, they're dramatic, but they eventually reach some sort of crescendo where they mass enough fire equipment, hundreds of pieces of fire equipment, and they try to establish one final goal line stance to try to just stop it. And that's probably what they'll end up trying to do. Oh, Nurse Hillary, off the side, are you too cute to be single? Well, single and ready to mingle. Tara, how you doing, babe? Stuck cooking it every time you have a family gather. Chef, do you run into that situation that because you're a chef, people expect you to do the kitchen duties and things like that? Hey, Ace Carson, how you doing? Good to see you. That's the way my mother was, and she also made a really good sauerkraut. Would always be on the table at Thanksgiving. She put little pork in there, and ooh, man, that was good. The German tradition of Baltimore, very German town. So how's Tara doing tonight? You guys ready to see Tara here in October on the Rancho? Finally, weather permitting. But that kind of explains, as much as I'd like this to be over, tell you guys it poured rain last night and it's over. It's just not that kind of situation. Some days they'll gain on it. Some days they'll lose ground, and inevitably the fires just keep moving forward on that. Sandwich called the Big Tart. Now the family wants it every time. Hey Jen, how you doing, sweets? Good to see you. I'm from India. Hello, Akshu. Nice to see you. Welcome from the great subcontinent of England. Are you in Mumbai or New Delhi, Calcutta? Yeah, I get smoking lots of meats every gather. I bet you do, Chef. I bet they just point to see you. I bet they just sit there on their hands waiting for you to get up and get a little fire in the hole going there. A little bit of fire in the hole. Yeah, it's definitely smoky. I've tried to stay indoors today. I went out this morning. I picked some tomatoes. I thought, what the hell am I going to do? I got so many tomatoes. I'm giving away a lot of stuff. The neighbors have boarded up their doors so I don't, make an entrance and knock on their doors anymore. Yeah, I'm going to make some tomato sauce today and set about to do that. But other than that, I've stayed in the house. Hey, Eddie, how are ya? Good to see you. Hello, Symbol. Good morning to you. It's still evening here. It's about what is that? 8:47. Yeah. Get something to drink. Be right back. Y'all don't go away now. That's one good thing I did this summer is I cut out the diet soda. Huh? Cut that out. Cut all that out. Yeah, I've got to go. I've got to go back and watch. Not go back, but I got to watch his speech tonight to see what he talked about. Did he talk about? No, it's not going to be politics. I'm not going to talk. Hey, Che Cruz. I'm not going to Che Cruz. Welcome to you. I'm not going to talk politics. I just was it a good speech or was it? Was it a vanilla speech or was it a fruity tooty or was it a cinnamon surprise tonight? Touch the thumb. I'm doing good, Shay. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. If we can get to 100 a chat, we're doing great. Yeah, I don't do, Missy, I don't do politics too much. But just humor me for a minute. Just, did anybody hear the speech tonight? Uh, was it, was it good? Uh, did he rise above or was it as expected? Yeah, hello, Shay Cruz. Hey, Amanda, thank you for your nice message today, sweetie. Uh, really now. Oh, it was a good guy speech. Okay, so like something you hear in Goodfellas. What are you talking about? Huh? Change is good. All right, so good. It was a good speech. Okay, good, good, good. So maybe he surprised some people tonight. Maybe so. Brian, just the same BS, huh? Um, yeah, he didn't fall down. When is the RNC? When does that kick off? When is the sorry, Missy's giving me the eyes. When is the Republican National Convention? Was from a hero standpoint. Okay, all right, that's good. I like it when people do well. Uh, I'm getting the eyes here. Might be prepping to endorse last visit. It's like, Rosie, I used to like you. Here we go. Sorry, Missy. Missy's going to boot everybody, including the host, out of the chat. Is it next week? I don't know. Janet is, Janet's, I think, hunkering down. Just keeping an eye on stuff, kind of keeping a low profile. Probably organizing stuff at her house in case she has to come up here. Okay, it's next week. Okay, all right. So be interesting. I think Trump will come out very combative at that. Okay, August 24th. Then the real campaign begins, right? Then we can really make some money on YouTube. Thank God, man. Every time you click on a video, right, it's, hi, I'm Joe Biden. Hi, I'm campaign chairwoman Stacey Abrams. We need your help. Biden's our hero, but still voting. It's sad when there's a sigh of relief when he makes it. 24th through the 27th. Thank you. Thank you. Now, September, I would like to go down to San Diego, but don't know what the situation is going to be. But I would really love to get down there for a week or so and get some beach time. I've had it this summer. Tara can tell me, and I'll see Tara a lot down there, but I get to see get the lay of the land down there. Yeah, I know all the commercials. People yell at, oh, there's so many ads on. Man, I don't place the ads. Okay, it's like, it's like YouTube puts the ads where you want, and sometimes I got to painstakingly remove them when I'm trying to do a cinematic feature so they don't come right in the middle of it and just take everybody right out of the game. But it's they definitely have jammed a ton more commercials into the thing. Well, I like to keep an open mind. I like it when people do well. I mean, it's this is a very important office. It's a very important office that either Biden or Trump is going to continue holding, or Biden is going to take over. It's a very, there's a lot riding on it. You got Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Supreme Court judge, who's hanging on by just probably her fingernails right now. And Trump is salivating to think about that next appointment. Although we already know that Supreme Court picks are unpredictable at best. How you doing, Patricia Wakefield? I've been listening in while I tend to dinner and clean up. I was doing pretty good. Okay, not even a great speech. Okay, good. I go for the guy who has some ideas. Who do you think will win? This really flips back and forth in my mind. I don't want Missy's gonna turn into her wrench, if I go down this road. 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have given Trump a snowball's chance. Now I feel like there might be light at the end of the tunnel here, but if it's going to be a large mail-in vote, it's going to be very problematic. There's going to be challenges that are never-ending. Nobody's going to concede. It's going to be turmoil, like back in 2000 again. Still looking for a good write-in candidate. Yeah. Is it really Bully's birthday today? Is it really? So. Yeah, Lisa, I was one. I remember sitting in my van live streaming when I had Little Rascal, the camper van, the 1998 Coachman camper van in downtown Santa Rosa. And I had thought before, this guy's got to run the table perfectly. There's 7 states of which he can't afford to lose one state. I didn't think he'd be able to do it. And I couldn't believe it that night. The stock market futures went down like 600 points. And then the next day we just embarked on this explosive rally. And but he only won those 6 states by a combined 100,000 votes. That's a razor-thin margin. So if the voting was held today, I would say that probably Biden would win today. Yeah, if it changes the topic, yes, I'm going to call him in the middle of the night, ask him about mine. We can go to the grocery store and pharmacy. Yeah, I don't, happy birthday, Bully. The present's in the mail. Present is in the mail. Not your birthday, there we go. It was just about a year ago this time that a strange man of color wearing a bandana around his face came over to my van with the window down in Milwaukee in a not too savory neighborhood, leaned into my driver's area. You could see he was packing a heater, and I thought, oh wow, this is how it's going to end. A ride into the evening somewhere in Milwaukee, and that's going to be the end of me. Turned out he was one of the nicest guys I ever met in my life. But I'll tell you what, that scared the living shit out of me that night. But Bully will tell you, I kept my cool though. I was already planning what I was gonna do, how I was gonna jump when, he told me move over into the passenger seat. Right. No, but it made it funny to me because it kind of made it scary. I don't usually do that, but just to add a little intrigue to the story, because I've known Bully for like shit 2 years before that on YouTube, and it was pretty cool. And he ended up putting money in our hands for dinner. I don't know whether one of his relatives, after we had been walking around, it was hot as hell in Milwaukee. Then this young guy walks up and hands us Gatorade, courtesy of Bully. I could not believe it, and ended up being absolutely positively one of the coolest guys that I've had the pleasure of being stream sniped by. And he's like, I'm the one that made you lose your AdSense. Right then and there, I knew my life would be spared. These scarf look like, and there's some people that'll think that thing was staged, but my hand on 100 Bibles, that in no way, shape, or form was that. Now we did recreate for the man who shall not be named the video, but I didn't have my camera rolling at that point because we had just come off the road, off the highway. Zeus says, I mailed in my last ballot, received a letter mail, the signature didn't match. Oh man, see what I mean, Zeus? Best thing to do is just drop it into a same day pickup box or something like that. Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. I don't. But you end up in an area that you already think it's like a rugged area, and here comes a guy that's dressed all in black with a black cap on. No offense, man, you look kind of hoodish, right? And I thought, welcome to Milwaukee, baby. But damn, smart as hell though. Really a very brilliant person when you understand what this guy does for a living, and he's an upholder of the Second Amendment, which I love a lot. Very, very impressive person. The only regret that he couldn't make it to dinner with us. That would have been good. But then Desert Donnie came up and stream sniped us with his RV, so it was pretty cool. Yeah. Hope I get back to Milwaukee again, Bully, and you're always welcome if you ever want to come down to California and visit. If you dodge the flames and things, you're welcome to come visit, hang out. I'll tour you around the area and have a good time. I really feel like I owe you that. That was a hell of a day, though. That was a hell of a day. I don't have to worry about voting fraud here. We know how things are going to turn out in California. Vanilla Rain says, I stopped in Dallas, asked for directions, took off with the guy on top of my car. Oh, wow, bad area. Ooh. Oh, wow, Missy. uh, wow, I can't imagine that. You have to floor it. We got somebody hanging on on the top of your vehicle. Yeah, that's some really scary crap, right? It's like my grandmother once said, downtown Baltimore. She worked for Glenn L. Martin, which later became Martin Marietta, the great airplane builder out of Baltimore. And she worked like the night shift till 4 a.m. and she's riding home, and all of a sudden she's got a guy hanging off the side of her on her running board, hanging onto her car, and she had presence of mind enough. She drove an old Packard, and she whipped around the corner, and this guy, the momentum just whipped the guy off, and I don't know whether he hit a house on the side or something like that. But she got home and told her husband, "You better go down there and check on North Avenue. I think a guy is dead down there, hanging off my running board." Oh my God, bully, please. Oh, please. I voted absentee. I never liked it. If you have to sign it, it's not a, yeah, that's true, Joey D. Very true. Yeah, if you have to sign it, it's not really a secret ballot. That's why I liked and I didn't see this in California. They just have a little curtain and you just mark your ballot and then you come out and you drop it in the box. But in Baltimore, in the big city, you would go into this voting machine and you would pull the handle over and the curtains would close and you would start clicking the levers that you wanted. And then when you open the curtain again, it would register that vote into the machine. That was good. Yeah, bully, please, God. I'm holding my tongue tonight. Get me, Mom. Hold my tongue. Bully almost triggered me, right? Bully gonna get me in all kind of trouble. Hey, we're only 8 away from 100 thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, y'all please take a minute. Now, thank you kindly to hit that thumbs up button. Man, it's been a hell of a last couple of years on YouTube, hasn't it? Yeah, you can see Mouse Toes getting busted for voter fraud. She'd be like, "Y'all gonna have y'all have fishing in the exercise yard here? You got anything we could do around here besides puzzle books and find the word puzzles?" Yeah, I'm holding my tongue. Thank you guys. We just made it over 100. I'm holding my tongue, bully. You almost primed the pump. Almost. Almost got that going. I know everybody's like, "Rosie, one night will you just unload?" Boom, boom. Meow, 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 meow. What's up, Eddie? What a few years, huh? Man. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, guys. It always makes me feel good when we broach that 100 thumbs. I may be on the road tomorrow to do another shorty road trip. The heat wave, this is the good news for the fire, or if there is any good news, the daytime temperatures dropping about 10 degrees from the previous highs. So instead of 103, maybe 90 degrees is a high, which is significant when it's fighting a fire. Yeah, the Rosie Uncut stream. Lisa says that is why I love the chat. Everyone is respectful of others. And don't think I don't appreciate it. You know. There's that skunk smell. I'm always so afraid. I've got the back door open a little bit. I'm always so afraid that a skunk's just going to come wandering in, crawl into bed, and just set up camp there. And then I got a real situation on my hand. But a skunk definitely blew its load. I got to make sure this door's closed all the way. Bam. No. Oh well. Oh, that's sweet. not a skunk, guys. It's weed. They're having a weed party next door. Well, I went in and I triggered the lights outside. It looks like it's snowing outside. It's unbelievable. Looking up at the looking in the spotlight outside, it looks like it's snowing. There's so much ash falling out of the. Yeah, keep leaving that door open. I know. Crazy. Why don't you get a screen door? Never really had a need to. I don't think. Not many flies around here. Yeah, the door of doom. Yeah, 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 the door of doom. Pepe Le Pew. Yeah, skunk weed. I'm just, I don't mind. I don't mind people smoking weed. Neither Missy Jen nor I were ever weed smokers, but sometimes the smell of it is just like, ooh. Put up a baby gate. Oh, you get turkeys in your house, they just walk in. Uh, why did Becca run away with stickers? Love, I guess. I didn't see any signs of it really in Las Vegas, so when I was there, but I guess love. Yeah, ash is harmful if you inhale enough of it. Uh, I don't know. I've never really got into that. Never really got involved in that too much. I'm a really. If you ever wanted a friend that's excellent at minding his or her own business, put me at the top of the list. I mean, I'm probably the least nosy person in around the boy. Oh, I can say that uh, She treated me very well. Stickers was a nice person. Dave treated me well. I just couldn't complain about the anything about it. I mean, everybody was as congenial and as nice as could be. So I was appreciative of that. Yeah, no, Joey D said, I think we're stuck with this for a week or more. That's what I'm saying, Joey D. Most people think of a fire event as like a day or two. Even the Great Chicago Fire, what was it? 3 days or something like that. The Great Baltimore Fire was like 2 days or something like that. Out here, you get used to fire events that are measured in a week to 10 days and possibly even longer, right? Because how in the hell do you get water lines up to the fire, right? I mean, you can't get into that. You can't get into that brush. There's no access roads to. It's too hard to fight it. So man, wear your mask. I do when I'm outside. I have my mask on. Minding my drama on the bottom of YouTube. How you doing, April's game account? Good to see you, Lisa Ann. I hope you're doing well. But I guess I've always been. I guess I've always been a person that I never really like to get too much into people's personal life. I lost a moderator because I don't think I sunk enough into the life. I don't think I was, empathetic or sympathetic enough about it because, like I told you guys, I didn't sign on to YouTube to do that. And there's the upside of that is that you just, you're not going to get in trouble. They're not going to find you in green rooms and throw it all out there and stuff like that. And the downside is sometimes you can look pretty insensitive on YouTube. So, yep, thousands and thousands of acres. But I'm not equipped to deal. I'm not equipped to deal with, the problems that some people bring to me. I mean, things like death, and they're easy. You know where your heart should be. You know where your words should be. But when it comes to relationships and things like that, oh, my neighbors, I could practically touch my neighbors' houses from here. I'm in a very, very urban area with high density here. When the firefighters start to burn some of the brush, yeah, there is a risk that the fire changes. It's called setting a backfire. Uh, yeah, it's setting a backfire so you have enough of a cleared area that when the fire reaches it, that there's nothing left to burn. And yeah, backfire burns, sometimes they go terribly wrong. You got to remember, these firefighters are out there, and suddenly the wind can shift, the fire can be right on top of them, and although they have these silver blankets that are, you know, last ditch is dig a hole and put the silver blanket over you, and it could save your life. Still, quite a number of firefighters die fighting these fires when wind shifts and things like that. Yeah, running a live chat stream is a job, and it is annoying sometimes. It is. Yeah. April, I don't even remember where I got this. I think I got it at, I want to say Kohl's or something like that. Might have been like candies at Kohl's. I mean, I practically have to have a shoehorn to get the top one. Yeah, it's called fighting fire with fire. How much is gas? It ranges from 309 to 325 a gallon right now. 309 to 325, somewhere in that range. It's never cheap. Time for a beer. Oh, my nose is itchy. I'm about to use the bathroom. Yeah, it looks like it's snowing out. Oh. All day long, I felt like I'm tasting a burnt log in my mouth, just the air. Yeah, a lot of houses and places catch on fire because of ash. Uh, California hates them, and you're not allowed to plant them anymore. But at one time, people planted a lot of eucalyptus trees, like you see in Australia and stuff like that, and they got a really strong smell to them. But when they catch fire, when the fire goes up a eucalyptus tree, it literally explodes at the top, and it shoots burning, flaming pieces, a couple 100 feet of itself. It explodes. Uh, how you doing, dear Beat? Nice to see you. Yeah, I don't know. This is a couple years old. Dusting. What the hell is that? Only kidding. Okay, Fruit Loop. Good to see you. Hello, Walking Journey. No problem, Scott. You're allowed to. I try not to have it be a hallmark of the. Try not to have it be a hallmark of the channel. Yeah, you have a good evening. Has all the burn down from previous years? Well, a lot of that ground brush has grown back, right? The what they call the chaparral, the weedy stuff that goes about a foot to 2 feet tall. It's all got thorns and prickly things on it, wig snatchers, all that kind of crap. Uh, that stuff grows back, right? But the trees, some of the trees have sprouted back, and yeah, is that right? Yeah, I've got three Marances. I've got one there, one low there, one there, and I've got I gave one of them away, and then I've got a big quad rail Marantz over here, a four channel Marantz. I might make that the next project, but quadraphonic sound is nothing that really ever caught on. Four different channels of music. So, yep. Good night, Molly. Good night, sweetie. Weeds, Rosie. Weeds. Yeah. I've just smelled like I went outside. It just looks like it looks like a snowstorm outside. There's so much crap coming down in the light right now. Can I still get the bulbs? Yes. Yep. And I convert them over usually to. I originally converted them to LED, but then I didn't look like the harsh light of LED, so I went back to the incandescent bulbs, and you can find them on YouTube, remanufacturers, and they work really well. My grandpa once shoved the entire Christmas burning in. Oh man, yeah, that's pine. Pine has all that resin and it can pop, boom. You can get a real fire for that. Bet that made a. Yeah, I have a shop there, Beat. Have you seen any of my videos? I have probably well over 100 vintage audio repair uh, and vintage audio listening experiences where I highlight things or repair things. They're all down in my playlists on the channel. The building of the wall of sounds. There's tons and tons of content if you're into vintage audio. Hey, Monkey Boy! Not yet, but the city of Santa Rosa did put out a map just as a reminder to people. I'm sure this freaks some people out today. Let's see where the hell that thing is. The hell is that? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo, do. Let me see. I don't even know where the hell that thing was. Oh yeah, know your designated evacuation zones. Yeah, they sent out a map just reminding people about that. Yeah. Hey, MB. The fires were on the news, and I got to tell you, MB, I was coming back from Las Vegas, and I'll speak honestly about it. I was listening to you on a hangout in the morning, and I'm going to be honest. It was, it was. I was kind of offended about the things that you had said about me, but I welcome you to my chat, and I hope that we can be friends. I know you have opinions about what being trans means and things like that, but maybe you had a little bit to drink or something like that. So you're welcome here, and I'm doing well, and I hope that you are well too. Where did that go? How you doing, Lisa? Nice to see you. Um, no, I live on like a little ranch. I call it the Rancho. Uh, Enrique, my email address is I can make it like new at gmail.com. Okay. All right. All right. But you're definitely welcome, MB. But sounded like maybe you had a little bit to drink that stream. No, it's not a ranch. It's not a ranch. You know, MB, we got to live with who we are. We got to be who we are. And we're not all people to fit into a cookie cutter and just be stamped out as uniform cookies. Our individuality is what makes us as human beings, and not everybody fits into that. Not everybody fits into that mold. Yeah. So it's not a it's not a ranch. I just called it a rancho to be kind of funny, but it is a nice piece of land in the middle of a very densely populated area here. Um, yeah, well, I've always had a good relationship with MB, but she was talking about a conversation of somebody with somebody that had slammed the hell out of me, and but that's just my nature, to to be that way. We've always gotten great over the years. So my heart, your heart sinks a little bit in life, but it's the way it is. So yeah, there's my email. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I think if people actually had to walk a mile in other people's shoes, that they might have more appreciation that there's no such thing as one size fits all when it comes to therapy and life. And the people that should be the most accepting and the most understanding oftentimes turn out to be the ones that end up being your harshest critic. Okay, MB, take care. Good to see you. Stay safe. And I'm not sure what the situation in Belgium is, but do stay safe there. Okay, I'm just speaking from the heart tonight. Yeah, Vanilla Rain. I've been called a square peg trying to fit in a circle. My world's a better place. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I've always enjoyed calling it the ranch and always known it. Well, yeah, some people have. It's not a ranch. Of course, it's not a ranch. Just call it the Rancho. It's just a name that I developed years ago, and it just sounded pretty cool. Hey, Joni, how are you? Nice to see you tonight. Nice to see you. Hope that you're doing well. Sugarcane, how you doing, my sweetheart? Good to see you. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're doing well. And then I got High Watch. High Watch, did you ever come back from the McDonald's last night? Or did you get sidetracked up at Mickey D's? I can't remember. I can't remember if you came back. Can't remember if you came back last night or not. I've enjoyed your honesty and point of view. You're great. Oh, thank you. Thank you, GTB. I appreciate it. Just being me. Just being me. I just find it always, the people that seem to study, the people that seem to study human nature and psychology and things often end up being the toughest critics about what should be and what should not to be. I just judge on is the person happy? Do they seem fulfilled in life? That's what I like. Yeah, well, thank you, Joey D. I woke up early, so came to say hi. Hey, nice to see you, Beryl. Nice to see you. Hey, perfect. But I give a lot of latitude to people. I don't think I've ever criticized anybody on gender or choices or anything, or ever gone after somebody's appearance or somebody's looks, and it's just not my nature to do so. Hey, Coates, how you doing, Coates? Nice to see you. You got to keep rowing forward in life. That's it. After fulfilled in life, but who is right now? I'm sitting here late night films, and then I come on here and you all give you a kind of a high. That's good. Hey, how you doing, Gypsy Mom? Nice to see you. Hope everything's doing good. Monkey Boy, you've been quiet tonight. You've been awful quiet tonight. Hey, Mark, how you doing tonight? Boy, the whole gang's rolling in. It's like the movie theater let out? Yeah, that's Coach 9,500, then he's Coach 9,100, right? Next week he's going to be Coach 8,700. Hope you're doing good, Gerald. The truth of life could be a hell of a lot worse, and I'm thankful. That's a beautiful sentiment. Oh, thank you, Kaylee. Thank you very much. There's Monkey Boy. He's still there. I think it cooled off to just 112 today in Las Vegas. Yay! Just 112. Oh, doing invoices, making money. I want Monkey Boy to hire me on as an apprentice down there, right? I'm your locksmith. Well, Dave, honey, come on in. Hey, how you doing, Brad? Good to see you. Nice to see you, Brad. I hope that you are doing well. Doing well. The great state of Alabama. Looks like they're going to play some football in the SEC this season. Roll Tide, roll. Howdy, Snickerdoodle. How are you? Nice to see you. So to travel tomorrow night, a lot of it's going to depend on the, right now it looks like it's snowing outside, like a moderate snowstorm. There's so much crap coming down in the air. We'll just have to see what tomorrow brings. Hello, Ima. I had the bright idea today to dig an illegal well in my backyard. I'm inside city limits, but yet I want to. Well, let me tell you about the problems I had with a well. sugarcane. The city of Santa Rosa was run on wells years ago. And then they put in the municipal water system, right, the Sonoma County Water Authority, and they want everybody on city water. And I literally have one of the last wells that's still operational and still fully permitted and grandfathered in the city of Santa Rosa, and it drives them crazy. Every year I have to get backflow testing done. I have to pay $100 to have a plumbing mechanical company come out, check the backflow device, which prevents the water in my irrigation lines from backing up into the city water system. It's like a check valve that keeps my water from going in. But it drives them crazy that I use well water for irrigation here, and they're always trying to push to eliminate to get rid of the wells. Yeah, they love to tell people what to do. Uh, they've tried to take this back piece of land. They've always advised me that understand we're all about infill in the city of Santa Rosa. We have high demand for housing. The city's identified that you have a lot in the back that's undeveloped. Uh, this will serve as official notice that should eminent domain be exercised, you will have had pre-knowledge of this event. So I talked to a lawyer a couple of years ago, and he's like, well, look, as long as you don't chop down that apple tree out back, you have an agricultural abatement that they can't do anything about that. Yeah, it's a backflow device. Yeah, I'm keeping my will. You know, sugarcane, I couldn't afford, are you kidding me? I couldn't afford to irrigate all the things that are growing on this property. I've got the side of my property is the length of a football field down here, okay? And it's all planted the whole distance with ladybanks roses. Plus I have a lawn out front, I have hedges, I have hydrangeas, I have bottle brush plants, I have plantings up front, geraniums and things. There's no way. If I was to run this on the expense of city water, it would be $300 to $400 a month. Okay, hey, what's up, Aussie? What's up? You only need to have one either grapevines or some type of fruiting tree, and then you're all good to go. One apple tree prevents them from claiming it because it was, that's what it is. It's agriculturally productive land, and they can't do a damn thing about it. Water's not cheap here, sugarcane. Yeah, aren't the bottle brush trees gorgeous, especially in the springtime? Ozzy, good to see you, you handsome devil. One apple tree and one half of a fig tree, right? And then it's all good to go. Because when I first moved here, there were like 27 cylinder heads and blocks in the ground. There were 2 full Studebakers that were rusted out, that were had been excavated and dropped in the ground. I had all that stuff removed. There were artichoke plants growing here, blackberries, everything. Oh, Lisa, they do that. Sorry, Brad. Sorry I missed that. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I still got about a 12. I got about a 12-mile buffer on this side and about a 12-mile buffer on the other side, so I'm good. Sorry, Brad. I'm kind of out of it. Or did the government take your land if they want to? Yes, they can take your land, and if see. The city doesn't want to keep expanding their boundaries because that means more law enforcement, more incorporated area, more responsibility for the city. So they want to use infill to, to build more housing. And this area is zoned for multi-family units back here, multi-family dwellings. So that's like particularly attractive to them, that they don't have to go through any other process. It's already, you can support a 12-unit apartment house back there. So sucks. Yeah, thank you, Brad. Okay, thank you, Brad. You take care, and I really appreciate. I really appreciate that. Thanks. You take care too. Good to see you. It's all about money. It's all about a housing shortage. A lot of people are now leaving the city of San Francisco and leaving Oakland. They're worried about, the migration from cities, and the cities aren't the greatest place to live. The risks are higher. So there's always this upward pressure on like a suburban area like this. It's within easy commuting distance of San Francisco, yet doesn't have the super big city problems down there. Oh man, that was. There you go, Lisa. Woo, cotton ball. Just something you live with that. So they see open pieces of land and they just think, I remember the morning I walked down 3 weeks ago and I showed that behind that house they were putting, there was the backhoes and things. They're putting a housing development in. Uh, 200 feet down the road, they're all putting in 6-unit housing development back there. So handy, know how to run the well water. Yeah, it took a while to get that going, get that well activated. The old pump was shot, so I'm still using the original water tank, even though it's leaky and stuff. So I'm not going to let that go. I'm not going to let that go. You know how much that saved me over the years? Okay, so I throw a $200, $300 water pump on, half horsepower water pump every 5 years or so. It pays for itself in water savings here. On the downside, no, I didn't patch that. But I was just going to say, Lisa, on the downside, the son of a gun leaks. I'm always plugging leaks on the old lines running around. I just don't feel like putting all new lines down. It's just, God. I got 2 leaks that got to be patched up there. I'm just going to get through the end of the season and worry about that when 2021, maybe it'll miraculously cure itself over the winter. I'm an old broad, man. Yeah, it's a hard job. It sucks. I've probably done it 10 times. I'm just let it leak a little bit. Thinking about the shit hits the fan. I need a water supply. Well, it's good to have that too. I used it for moonshine for years. Really good water quality. Makes great moonshine. No problem. It's pretty good water. They finished that development next to the train track, and you know what? I'm on it. Those, I call them townhouses. The prices start at $550,000. Now remember, you get a view of the Towers of Doom. Okay, you got a rather unsavory street, and I'm using a nice terminology for it. You have no lot line at all. You have common ownership of the piece of land. $550,000. Prices from the mid 500s. Are you kidding me? Sold out. Sold out. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. As seen on TV, seals. Yeah, I got that leak sealer. Well, this is easy enough. Just dig down and thank you, Lisa. Thank you, sweeties. The well water. It's a little on the hard side, but it's still good. Um, it's about a 20-foot well, so it's good till about mid-September. Then it starts to run out of water. So I mean, it's supposed to be for public good, not for tax. Yeah, I know. Better than air water, exactly. Yeah, the towers of doom. Can you imagine? You're looking out of your tent at the towers of doom, right? You got people assaulting each other on the street, shopping carts galore. It's your $550,000 view. I'm sure they're nice inside, but there's no, you don't own any of the land, right? And like, yeah, I know, Ozzy, just a crazy broad. You better stay safe down there, Ozzy. That virus is rolling around. Good night, Sugarcane. Love to have a well. I couldn't run this operation. The city of Santa Rosa would not issue any well drilling permits or anything now. They want everybody paying the big money on that city Sonoma County Water Agency. The hell with that. I pay enough just for the little bit of water I use here, $60 a month for that. So you should put a koi pond in the area that the city wants. Yeah, I don't really want to put anything back there. I figured as long as I got my raunchy looking apple tree that's all bent over and everything, but still produces delicious apples, that I am good. My cat's so intrigued. He's stepping on the keyboard. My apologies for the extra character. That's no problem at all. No problem at all. So I've fought like a running, quiet battle with the city for years about that piece of land, because just since I've moved here, the house 2 doors down to the north was a bona fide crack house. They went in there. City kicked them out. They sold it. All been beautifully renovated now. All nice. All cleared in the back. Uh, you know, all the crappy houses have been brought up. So the demand is very high. And they just go crazy when they just see a piece of land and just, oh, wow, we can just hook right onto the sewer system. Well, it took me 18 months to get a permit to get hooked up for the Shine Shack on it. It'd be expensive, 5,000 gallons. I don't know. Probably be about $500 to fill a swimming pool. I don't know. Oh, it likes my voice. All right. I just won't have a pool just because it's upkeep and maintenance, and I would have kids jumping the fence and goofing around in there, and the liabilities, and plus it's usually cold in the evening. It's just not the kind of place I would want to. You get older, you want life simplified, and I can always, if I really want to go for a swim, I can always go up on the Russian River. Yeah, I've seen the rotating Leslie speakers. They're very interesting. I mean, how hard can they be to fix, right? He's got his front, so I mean, how hard can rotating speakers be to fix, right? Yeah, I could put a roller coaster back there, right? When I was in Burbank, I would call the city and get a discount. How did you get a discount, Monkey Boy? Yeah, pools are aggravation. Because of veteran status, or, I mean, you're surely not a senior citizen, right? Ba-doop, ba-boop, ba-boo. You have a roller coaster back there. Half field football, right? It's already enough. It's just barely, and I'm just barely able to keep up with this place now. Yeah, the coaster cars could be mini RVs. Yeah, there you go. Got fall over here. 60 degrees in the winter. Got Fall River here. 60 degrees in the winter. That's okay. Yeah, hot tub in the shine shack. There you go, Joni. My mom called. She's having some. Oh no, Shep. I hope they work out okay. Ooh, I got a nice call from. I'm going to be 91 in September. My dad checking in on me today, making sure I'm doing okay. Once a daddy, always a daddy, right? Right. I called the Water and Power. They let you buy and buy. But did you have to store it somewhere, Monkey Boy? I mean, LA Water and Power doesn't seem like the kind of organization that you bargain with, you know. The Church of Rosie. Yep, thumbs up or appreciated, everybody. Going to the doctor in the morning. I hope everything works out. Yes, the water's 60 degrees now, about 70. Oh, for your swimming pool. Okay, so they gave you a discount on that. That's cool. That's good. You got a nice discount on that. Because I don't know how many gallons it takes to fill up. It's, at least one of those big tanker water trucks, right? And I don't know, Monkey Boy, how much it costs to fill. Yeah, you get fined in Santa Rosa too. You're not allowed to catch rainwater. That's considered property of the state, right? If you try to impound and save, it's prohibited to save rainwater. So go figure. How you like that, guys? You can get a fine for having rain barrels to catch water. And I guess that means, well, the chef been dealing with it for a lot of years, but my pop keeps motoring on, so I'm happy about that. 20 to 25 to 40,000 gallons. That's a lot. You pay $11 for I think it's like, and then it scales up. You pay 11 to $15 per 1,000 gallons or something like that. Yeah, crazy government. So, Layton cannons are filled by the local fire department for free, I think. What kind of fire department is going to fill somebody's pool? Evans Plunge Pool, your natural fall. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's crazy. We can save water here. Yeah, it's considered a state asset here, so you can't intervene. Right? It has to return to the ground as groundwater. Like my 55-gallon barrels would. Crazy, crazy, absolutely nutty. Yeah, I hope everything works out well, Chef. Maybe get up and make sure the water wasn't dripping. Yeah, they always, you gotta watch your leaks. Do they fill pool with water oil? Yeah, treat the water. I don't know. All right, guys, it's been a great chat tonight. I think I've been on almost 2.5 hours. So I want to thank you for being on tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close it on out. It's been a long day. I'm just tired of smelling this this foul air here with this wood smoke and everything else. So I want to thank you guys for a great chat tonight. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button on the way out, we'll see if I'm going to be on the road tomorrow doing something interesting or not. Remains to be seen. I never know when I wake up in the morning what the skies are going to bring or what the forecast is going to be. Hey, Katie. Wow. Hardest working gal on YouTube. So y'all take care and much appreciated, y'all.